Hello kids, welcome to Zwifto. Now we are going to start with this chapter Heredity and Evolution, right? So this is a very easy chapter only, so we have only few conceptual part, right? So you can easily get through that and you will be able to get full marks from this chapter, okay? I am here to help you out, right? So you can make something out of these points and you can get all the marks from this chapter. So first, if you have not gone through how do organisms reproduce, you have to complete that and you have to come and see this lecture, kids, okay? I have already completed the chapter. If you want the playlist, ask me in the comment section. I'll be giving you the link, right kids? Now we'll be going for this chapter, Heredity and Evolution. So first part of the chapter deals with heredity only, right? So now we'll be understanding what is heredity. Okay, that means transmission of character from one generation to another generation. That is from parents to offsprings. Okay, offspring means babies, right? Progeny, offspring, babies, next generation. Everything means the same, right kids? We have studied everything in the last chapter. Heredity means transmission of character from one generation to next generation. Now, you will understand all these points which I have given here. Both animals and plants, they reproduce by two methods, right? Asexual reproduction, where there will be involvement of only one parent. Then sexual reproduction, which involves two parents. They produce two different types of gametes and they fuse together, right, during the process of fertilization, which results in the formation of zygote. This zygote develops into embryo, okay, which eventually develop into an adult, right? Am I right, kids? Then if you see all progeny, offspring, babies, children, everything means same, right kids? Everything means same. All progeny of asexual reproduction have same genetic makeup, right kids? So the progeny which are produced by the process of asexual reproduction, they are going to have same genetic makeup. The genetic content, everything is going to be same. Okay, they are going to be genetically and morphologically they will be exactly similar to the parents. Because of that reason only, we call them as clones. If you could recollect, am I right kids? We call them as clones, right? We have discussed this in our last concept, right? Progeny of animals which reproduce sexually will have variation. So the progeny of animals, the offsprings of the organism which have reproduced sexually will show variation. And we have lot of importance of this variation also, that is also given here, right kids? Now if you see, human DNA undergoes damage which causes mutation. Now what is mutation? Mutation means change in DNA sequence because of some exposure to the chemicals, right? And for many reasons also this mutation is going to take place, and this is what you call it as change in DNA sequence. Human DNA undergo damage which can cause mutation. Mutation means change in DNA sequence, okay, which may lead to many problems, right kids? Then variation and adaptation will increases the chance of survival of an organism, right? So of course the organism has to show some variation to adapt, okay, to survive in that particular environment, right? If you see, I have told you about this giraffe, right? So they do not have this long neck, okay? So long ago they did not have this long neck, okay, to survive in that particular area where there are tall trees, okay, so they developed this long neck. Similarly this cactus, right, this cactus, okay, which can survive in the desert, right, so they should not have leaves, okay, because if they have leaves they have to lose the water, okay, for the process of transpiration. For that purpose what they have done, so they have modified all this leaves into spines, right kids? So adaptation, so adapt to that particular environment, okay, all these things help this organism to survive. For example, if you see that kangaroo rat, right, so what do they have? Okay, they do not be able to take the water from the desert because the availability of water is very low in the desert. So they have a mechanism in their body, so where they are going to oxidize the fat in their body and they are going to take the water which they need, okay, so internally they are going to produce the water. So such kind of adaptation help this organism to survive, right? So variations and adaptation, okay, is an important factor which is going to decide the survival of an organism in a particular environment. Now you will be understand why variation is very important, right? See, variation is the raw material for evolution and natural selection, right? So eventually those organisms which has the characters to survive in the environment, okay, will be selected by that nature, and that offspring will increase in number, that particular character will increase in number, right? So because of this variation only, right, evolution and natural selection is going to take place, right kids? Eventually the organism will evolve, right, with that particular character because of this variation only. So that purpose, because of this you can call it, right? Variation is the raw material for evolution and natural selection, and it helps in adaptation to the environmental changes. Because of this variation only, that particular organism can adapt to that environmental change and it can survive there. That is what we have discussed, okay, in case of giraffe, right? So because of that, long trees, okay, which are very tall, right? So they develop this long neck, right kids? We'll meet you there in the next video where we are going to discuss about the next concept, right? Until then, okay, bye bye kids. If you want this study materials, if you want this handwritten notes, so ask me in the comment section. I will be helping you out to get this handwritten notes kids, okay? So this is available in our Telegram channel, also in WhatsApp group. If you ask me, I will be sending the notes for all the chapters, right kids? So if you want any personal tuition, you can contact me through the email ID which I have given in the description box. We have given the links of WhatsApp group and Telegram group in the description box. Check it out kids. And so if you want anything else, whatever you need, you can always ask me in the comment section. Give all your feedbacks. Definitely like, share and subscribe kids. We'll meet you there in the next video. Until then, bye bye kids.